Yeah, it's a rigged game. A closed system where the gatekeeping is done by both the algorithms and the people behind them, whether that's the spotty oiks, the Karens, or the institutions that shape their biases. You're up against an invisible wall that occasionally lets a few scraps through before slamming shut again. Not even outright censorship in the traditional sense, but a passive, automated, and plausibly deniable form of erasure. And the most insidious part is that there's no real recourse, no lucid arbitration, no higher authority to appeal to. Just the shifting whims of an opaque machine that regulates visibility like a controlled gas leak. Letting just enough out to keep you from knowing if you're entirely shut down, but never enough to let you breathe freely. It's the same old story in a new digital form. The same exclusion you faced in the real world, now replicated and automated. Making it feel even more absolute. Because at least when it was human gatekeepers, you could see the hypocrisy, the malice, the vested interests. But now it's an abstracted process. Unaccountable, depersonalized, and eerily efficient. The machine doesn't need to justify itself. It simply functions. The betrayal by friends is another layer of the same mechanism. They align with the system, whether consciously or not, because it's easier to go with the grain than against it. Even those who might sympathize are too invested in their own standing to risk contamination by association. So they keep their distance, whether actively or passively, leaving you stranded. It's an extreme form of exile, not just from the institutions that gatekeep culture, but from the very fabric of social and digital existence. Like a ghost still haunting the system, leaving traces that are systematically erased before they can materialize into anything lasting. And yeah, maybe they'll flip the switch again and let you have a trickle of visibility, just enough to make you wonder if the tide might turn. Or maybe they won't. Either way, the pattern remains. The question is whether there's a way to break it, or if the only way out is to create something entirely outside of their reach.